Hey, y'all doing? This Preacher Man R&B, and this is another Flash Reviews Wednesdays. This week is Season 2, Episode 4. What happened on this week's episode is Professor Stein's dying. And he will die if he doesn't get another partner for the Firestorm Matrix. So, Barry and them find two candidates. It's Jay Jackson, Jefferson Jackson, or Jackson Jefferson. It's one of them two. And he goes by Jax. And there's this professor from uh, a lab that's in Central City. And they go to the professor first and test him out, and it winds up not being a match. So Professor Stein's still dying, and they buried and Sisto go to Jax, and at first he's apprehensive and he doesn't want to do it because we find out when the particle separator went off, it ruined his chance to go to college because he was going for a college scholarship to play football. And when the particle accelerator exploded, it hit him, and then it busted his knee up and tore his ACL. Excuse me. And now he's a mechanic in Central City, and he didn't have enough money to go to college, and that was his one way to college, and it ruined it, and he didn't want to have nothing to do with the particle accelerator or nothing like that. So he finds out that he's a metahuman, and what gets him to go to the lab, Caitlin goes and talks to him and tells him that she's sorry for saying what she said to him because she's still getting over Ronnie being dead quotation mark, because he probably ain't dead, he'll probably be back. But anyway, she apologizes to him, and this professor that tried to merge with Stein comes after him, and he got powers, but it's not the Firestorm Matrix. He suck up energy and shoot it out, but it's unstable. He can't control it. So he's going after them, and they go back to Star Labs, and Jackson Professor Stein merge, and he's testing it out, and he uses it to go after this guy at the football stadium where he got hurt, because he's sucking up all the energy out of the football stadium and attacking people. So Firestorm and Flash go after this guy and stop him. And the way they have to do this is they got to play a game of catching the Flash to get him unstable and get him to basically short fuse, and that way he can't use his powers no more. So Flash is running back and forth around them and getting them all riled up, and then Firestorm comes in and hits him and knocks him out, and it don't take away his power, but it's able to knock him out. That way they put him in the pipeline. Now at the end of the episode, Professor Stein and Jax go to this professor that Professor Stein knows to help train them to be a better Firestorm and learn new powers and new techniques. And this is setting up for Legends of Tomorrow. We'll find more about that later. Now, what's happened with Patty Spivot? There's been a sighting of a man shark, and there is a metahuman in the DC Comics that is a man shark. I can't remember. I think his name's still the Shark. Not 100% sure on that. He's in the Suicide Squad. But this guy shows up at the end of the episode and attacks Barry. And Patty Spivot starts shooting him, and it's not piercing this guy's hide. And Zoom's the one that sent this shark, and Professor Wales shoots his shark in the back and knocks him out, and then Barry asks who he is, and it reveals that it's Professor Wells. But we know it's Professor Wells from Earth 2, but Barry doesn't know that yet. So my question for y'all is, how do y'all think Barry's going to react now that he knows that Professor Wells is technically still alive, but it's the Earth 2 version? As always, Preacher Man R&B signing out. Guys, Jesus is awesome. See y'all next time.